welcome to another issue of XenoChat Gazette. I am one of the hosts, Tyler, along with Justin.
Hey guys.
And our special correspondent with us today is Nick.
Nick with the weather.
Alright, well, we have not a ton of news, but we have some news to discuss today. But first up, let's go to our usual figure corner. Because we have, I guess they're not exactly figures, but the biggest news we got the other day from the Nintendo Direct is that Noah and Mio are getting Amiibos. And
yes,
and they're coming out.
You should insert the Amiibo sound clip for that.
Yeah.
Amiibo! Amiibo!
From all your pre-order through all your retailers, all your Best Buys and Targets, and what's the other GameStops? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you can,
or just wherever you can.
I haven't been able to pre-order yet, but that's because they've been putting them up while I was working. So hopefully
that is what my cell phone has been for.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been kind of busy.
I was just like quickly. Oh my gosh! I've got a story about a very small story. It's kind of dumb, but
go ahead.
Do share.
Today, the Target ones went up, and I tried to log into Target, and I was like, oh, I don't have a Target online account. When have I shopped Target online?
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to log to create a new account. Turned out I had a Target account.
Oh.
And so I went I went to like log into it and just like put forgot password. And instead of being like, oh yeah, we're gonna send this to your password, I got like a weird notice that was like, please call customer service. And I checked my email just to make sure. And it didn't work. It didn't send it. So I was like, okay, whatever. I just like walked out the back door from the office for a second. It was just because we can do that. We can take phone calls out back or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm in a small office too. So I did that. I called them. It got to like a customer representative. Found out that I had an account, but it had been suspended because it had been so long since I'd used it. And I'm like, not surprised there. The other funny thing was that I had accidentally spelled my first name wrong whenever I did this.
Oh.
So I got that corrected once I got logged in, but I had put like I don't know what I did. I don't know when I created this account. All I know is that for some reason, my first name ends in an S. I put a D for some So instead of Nicholas, it was Nicolad.
The letters are
like
beside each other on the keyboard, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So I was like, when did I even create this account? But anyway, I got back in. It was not really a problem. I got customer service very quickly. And I got logged in, and I went in, and I had actually the day before I had already ordered the Noah and Mio through Best Buy. I guess I had just barely made it in before they whenever I went back to the page, because like, oh, I might need to try and grab another for a friend there because somebody was saying something about that. And I did. And as soon as I went back to it, it was like, oh no, it's coming soon, which means orders closed basically. And like, why? I thought, what happened to pre-order being like a thing to allocate like the number you need to manufacture rather than, oh, we only have so many even on pre-order. Like that's ridiculous. But yeah, no, I went through Target to go for the Ganondorf and the Zelda that I totally didn't think about it because I was like yesterday when I was ordering the others, I did not think about it because I'm like, Xenoblade though, But I got those, but that's pretty much my story. It was just a funny little thing that kind of happened. Not much to it though.
Gotcha.
It's funny because like I got mine through Best Buy. I bought 4 of them total, 2 orders of 2.
Yeah, I saw you were going crazy. You were on.
Yeah,
on
I was on it.
Shopping machine.
I knew people wanted it because I wanted a copy myself, and I know we have some mutual friends who have had issues getting them in the past where they live. So I wanted to make sure that they were covered. So I got them, and I actually initially bought them as a guest. And like I remember just sitting there frantically on my computer, like, oh man, I hope they actually like give it to me, because I didn't see any like limit on orders, because I'm thinking this is gonna be like a limited thing. There's probably gonna be like one per person, something's gonna get canceled. But no, they ended up
buy from Best Buy.
They ended up both going through. And then I asked myself, I said, I should probably like make an account just to like track these. And then I went on Best Buy's site, and then I clicked on forget password because I was like, oh, what if I have an account? Turns out I did have an account, and just like Nick, it was like deactivated because I haven't used it in so long. So I reactivated that Best Buy account. I added those orders to it. So yeah, now I got my Best Buy account back.
The thing is for like me too, which that's awesome. But there's like the thing for me too is like I order through Best Buy so much more because like the other funny thing, the Target nearest me is right across the road from Best Buy. So if I miss one thing at one place, I go to the other, and like they're both Nintendo retailers, which is like super nice in a way, because like there's stuff that if I can't find one place, I just go across the road, and I'm like, but I do use the Best Buy for like pre-ordering, like especially Amiibos more, because they honestly in my town they get them like they tend to keep the Amiibos stocked a lot better than most places I've just about ever been to. I've found some Amiibos I never expected there, so it's kind of nice to have it. It's sometimes I guess that's perks of living in a more like rural area. Is that
sure. Yeah, because like where I live, I found that Target tends to get decent Amiibo stock. Actually, I went to Target recently, and I found a whole bunch of the Metroid Dread Amiibo, and I was surprised to see that.
Oh, dude, I see that one more than most of them now.
That's like interesting. I was not expecting that to be like a common Amiibo.
Like I could still there are places that I'm like, oh, this place is totally out of Amiibo. Oh, they've still got the Metroid Dread ones, and I'm like, it's a good thing. I guess it's a good thing. Everybody I know that really wanted those has them, but if anybody ever needed one, I can probably find one. Although lately I've not seen many Amiibos at all, because there's been like a huge shortage apparently recently.
Yeah, for real. Like you don't see Amiibo that much, because I know like my Best Buy doesn't have many, if any at all. GameStop gets a couple, but usually like the more recent ones. Back in the day, I actually found that Toys R Us, back when they were still common, they actually had a pretty decent stock of Amiibo. I remember the Toys R Us near Times Square used to actually get a pretty solid selection out there. And then there's a Toys R Us near where I live that had a decent amount for a while too. But yeah, I found that like that was actually one of the better places to get Amiibo. But if you're in New York City, the Nintendo store, just go there. They tend to have a lot, especially like new releases. Yeah, like they just get so much. And I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if other game stores like go to Nintendo to like get their stock and just like resell it.
I honestly think I might have like screwed the pooch a little bit on one of them, because I really wanted the Kazuya Amiibo eventually, but I kept on putting it off because I kept just seeing more of it than anyone else everywhere I went, and now I don't see any. And I'm like, no. I hope I didn't miss out. I mean, if I did, it's not the end of the world. I do really think the character's like a lot of fun.
I'll say another like good place to get Amiibo is actually conventions. I know I bought the Player 2 Cloud Amiibo at a con maybe like a year or two ago. And
that one I would like.
Yeah, and I didn't even spend that much for it. It was actually a pretty reasonable price for that. And I never saw that one in stores, by the way. That was like that line of Player 2s, like the Cloud and the Bayonetta Player 2, I like never saw those in stores.
I didn't either. In fact, like the reason I snatched up that Corrin Player 2 whenever I was at Nintendo store was because I don't think I'd seen that one out in the wild. I'd seen Player 1 version, but I'd not seen the Player 2 version.
Yeah, and Player 2 a little while back got like a restock, and guess who had a whole bunch of them? Nintendo NYC.
Yep. I was glad I was there when I was there anyway.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of them for that when you guys were up here. It's yeah, I don't know. Nintendo NYC is a really good place to get Amiibo if you happen to be in New York City or close enough to New York City.
Yeah.
Definitely go there. Also,
go out of your way a little bit.
Yeah, just take a trip to New York City, whatever. Just take the train, just take the bus. Who cares if it's 4 hours? Who cares? Don't worry about it.
Gotta get that Noah and Mio Amiibos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Another place to go to is also just like your local game
Amiibo.
stores, like independent ones, not GameStop ones, because some of those places tend to get Amiibo, and I know quite a few of them are often looking for Amiibo. Believe me, they will accept those because Amiibos move.
You got to be careful with those though too, because I have one that, as you know, Justin, there is
Yes.
one near me that was like a very and I'm not saying it's a bad game store. It still is a good game store, but a YouTube collector bought it, and now all the prices are like very different from what they used to be because they keep up with what they are, and so like. There's still some. They had a good few Amiibos, and there's still plenty that are reasonably priced. But oh man, there were some that I was like, nah, come on, dude, like really? You want me to pay what, like, over double the price for like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog or something?
Yikes.
Like, come on, no, yeah,
Big yikes.
Well,
but yeah.
But yeah,
well, going back.
that's the Amiibos.
Yeah, going back to Noah and Mio. Yeah, they release on January 19th, 2024, and there is going to be some connectivity to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It unlocks, slight spoilers, M and N outfits for Noah and Mio, along with casual outfits. So the outfits they wear at the camp.
Yeah. Yeah, it's if you the M&M amiibo or the outfits for those, it's like one's the red M&M and one's the yellow one.
Yeah.
No, it's M&M. It's M&N.
Yeah.
And M and N. Sorry. I can't wow, what a tongue twister all of a sudden.
It's also worth noting that Xenoblade 3 itself recently got an update like 3 days ago, version 2.1.1. And it seems like they just fixed a couple small bugs. According to the notes, they fixed an issue where not having the expansion pass would cause the special hero BGM, audio environment, and audio setting, as well as notifications, to not display. They also fixed an issue with staying powers art follow-up, where activating fusion arts would cause the follow-up attack damage to be dealt to the character using fusion arts and allies.
Oh, jeez,
crap.
I didn't even realize that was happening.
Wow. Yikes.
So
that's cool.
they fixed a couple interesting bugs here.
Okay.
But so that's about it for that one.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Amiibos, I don't remember if we brought it up, but yeah, the Pyra and Mithra Amiibos came out.
Oh yes, they did.
Yeah.
I do have mine.
Same.
They are in my Xenoblade train. They're nice. I haven't used them with I don't think I've used them with Xenoblade 3 yet, because you unlock Pyra and Mithra swords if you do that.
I have not. I have not had a chance to really boot it up since I got them.
Me neither.
I know they will not do this, and I can't expect them to ever do this.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a part of me that almost wishes that when these new Amiibo came out, the first Mario Maker game would get updated so that you can get new costumes with them.
You mean like the first one or the second one?
The first one, because the second one doesn't have that feature.
That's why it needs to update to have it. Somebody swore to me. Somebody was like, "No, Mario Maker 2 also has it." I'm like, "There's no way. No, like they announced it doesn't. They announced that it doesn't." I don't know. I don't remember who told me that, but I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure it does not." I wish it did.
I wish it did too,
I wish
because that was a really cool feature.
I wanted to play as Waluigi in that environment.
Like, it was super cute to like play as all the other like characters in Smash at the time in Mario Maker, and I mean you could play as Shulk in Mario Maker for a little bit. Like, that's cool.
That's cool.
That was very cool.
I never got to play that, but that's pretty cool.
And in the first Mario, I don't remember if they let you do this in the second one. I know that it like changed the sound effects whenever you posted it online anyway, but in the first one you could record lines of dialogue for like sound effects.
Yes. Oh. I remember that.
My little brother at the time of the first Mario Maker had it to where anytime you hit a block, it just yelled, "God damn it!" Oh, it was so funny. So funny.
That's funny. Okay, well, moving on from Amiibos, I guess a few updates on some other figures. So the Mio Figma orders are closed on Ami, but there are pre-orders still available, at least at this time, on Good Smile. So if you haven't put any pre-orders for the Figma Mio figure, it is still available on Good Smile.
And Good Smile does, I believe they actually charged a lot of the stuff in advance, unlike Ami, but I will kind of like vouch for Good Smile a bit because I used to order from there a lot more. Now I do on Ami quite a bit more. The difference in price isn't really that different. Like they tend to come out about the same, so it's not too bad. And Good Smile does they do a good job. At least the last several times I'd ordered from them, they did pretty well for me anyway. So like they're not the worst place to order from directly, but yeah, I would definitely still say you might prefer to do Ami in a lot of cases, but Good Smile's not bad. They do their stuff. Yeah. If it's the only thing you have, I mean, go for it. Right. You know.
Okay. Cybzen from Xenogears, that figure releases next month in October, so prepare yourselves. But we're still waiting on Maria, Choo Choo, and the Structure Arts models because they're all dumping out in December. So that's when the real party happens.
That's what I'm waiting for. Oh, yeah. It's got some of my favorite mix involved. Choo Choo. I'm kidding. I didn't order Choo Choo. Fake fan.
There hasn't been an update because I know there's a Bart figure coming, but there hasn't been any updates on him in a while.
Not that I've seen.
I will have my eye out for that one because that's one I have thoughts on that line of figures, but I might have to do that one anyway because it's Bart.
Gotcha. Okay, well that rounds up our figure corner. So in other news, kind of slightly random, but not too random. But I don't know if is it Procyon?
Is it Procyon? Procyon?
It's Yasunori Mitsuda's studio. They are re-releasing Xenosaga Episode 1 soundtrack, which is cool. I remember Marie posted that on the same day as the direct, and I was like, a few of us might have been freaking out. I was like, don't get my hopes up now.
I was gonna say, I want a PSA on that. His studio is independent of all the other stuff. Anytime if that happens, don't get your hopes up just to be safe.
No, I just say it was posted on that day, and it was like, uh-oh. But no, everything.
No, it was an insane. Like, I don't even know if it was a coincidence. He might have been like trying to ride the hype of there being a Nintendo Direct for all I know. But it was that I was like, I'm not gonna bite on that. Like, I'm not gonna take that one to heart just in case, because there is a good chance with him being like releasing stuff like that from his independent studio that I could very much be setting myself up for disappointment.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's available I believe it came out today. Yeah, September 15th. And it is also available on the Japanese Apple iTunes, Apple Music. I wasn't able to find it on the American iTunes, but I don't use Apple Music that much, so I don't know if you should be able to stream it. I don't know how that works.
In this day and time, that should eventually be on both, because I feel like, well, I mean, I know that music licensing gets weird, but there's a lot more just like open. There's a lot more streaming services that have been open to like streaming and just like selling music in general, that have become way more open to like getting music from wherever, put on the platform. So, there is a likelihood, I feel like, of that happening still for us, but we'll see. We're yet to see. Oh, and I don't know if you wanted to say anything more on that, Jen, but speaking of, I think have we mentioned on here since they came out the people getting in their orders of the Xenoblade soundtracks?
Oh, I was just thinking about that. Yeah.
Yes.
It came out, and was Justin? Did you get it?
I sure did. I'm lifting it right now because it's actually kind of heavy. It's got some weight to it, and it looks beautiful, guys. Like, I love looking at the Trinity processor on here. Then when you open it up, you just get like, they do that thing where it's just an image split across each of the spines of all the discs. So you got like the world. It looks really, really cool. And then there's art of like the characters on each of the CD cases. Yeah, it's like wild to just have this massive soundtrack.
That's awesome.
With all these games here. And I already had the soundtracks for like Blade 1, Cross, and 2. But I believe this also has Torna 3. It should also have Definitive Edition as well, which is lovely. Because if I'm not mistaken, like Torna and Definitive Edition never really got soundtracks.
I don't think so.
I think Definitive Edition got like a pre-order CD and then the vinyl, which I do have, but that's about it.
Does it also include Future Redeemed?
Oh yeah, it should include Future Redeemed as well.
Oh, nice.
Brand spanking new though. Justin hasn't even gotten a chance to listen to all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot on some of those, to be fair. That's a lot of music, so I mean, yeah. It reminds me, it was like, oh yeah, these didn't release on vinyl because it'd be like paying for a house to get that. To get that many vinyls. Although I will say, if they ever release like Xenoblade Cross OST on vinyl and I can get it, I probably would. I mean, I'm not saying they haven't. I don't know if they have. But I don't know about it if they did.
I don't know either. Fans, please let us know if that is a thing.
I mean, I've seen the CD version of the Xenoblade Cross soundtrack. I've never seen a vinyl.
Yeah, I own the CD version, but I'm not certain about vinyl.
Oh, hey, speaking of on those, Justin, did you say like you're saying on
you cut out
the middle part, or like an insert thing? Like, are the discs like colored a certain way or anything?
Let's see.
Because like it would have been really cool if they had at least 2 discs that would look like the colors of the clashing worlds or something. That would be kind of funny.
Hold on. Let me open this up. So this one has Shulk and Fura on it, and then when you open it up, you can see the Xenoblade 1 box art. And
that's cool.
The inside cover, which is cool. Let's take a look at the next one. Volume 2. This 2, not Volume 2. This 2 has Ryan and Charla. Okay, so it just has like the box of the game as the background art. That's kind of neat.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I like it when they actually have like a special, like at least like a weird color print on the vinyl itself is really, really nice.
Yeah. It looks like the discs themselves might have some color to them too.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. Is like, sometimes those do, and it's usually not anything insane. But
those are all like that. Let me go over to these ones with the blue on them. Woo. So this looks like this is disc 13. Yeah, okay, so this is Xenoblade 3. Yeah, the Xenoblade 3 disc is like, it's like an indigo almost.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Cool. We've got a live unboxing in audio format here.
Yeah, no kidding. Y'all can like actually hear me move this thing around.
You can actual fingers on vinyl ASMR going on right now.
Yeah, this is super nice though. I'm like really happy to have this.
That's awesome.
That is
looked
great.
Beautiful from what pictures I've seen.
Yeah, that's the soundtrack. Hopefully y'all pre-ordered this as well and you guys got it. I know the Xenoblade 3 soundtrack also got like a special edition box set, and that one's supposed to have like the actual flutes in it or like a replica.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That does not come with my set, so
I don't know why I was talking about those discs like they were vinyl or something. I just like my brain lapsed or something.
It's
And I was
okay.
like, oh. But anyway, I mean, yeah, on the CDs sometimes they do cool colors or prints on them anyway. Whatever. You know.
I gotcha. Okay, well, speaking of something else that's beautiful, there was a fan project recently. The Xeno Tarot Project was released, which had several different artists, and it was organized by Kamaniki, I believe.
I believe that is right.
Yeah, and I recently got mine. I know, Justin, you got yours, and I think Robin also got his as well. And it's the artwork is just fantastic. And I like how the cards, like the edges of them, are like gold.
Oh yeah,
like the gold leaf thing.
Yeah.
I missed out on ordering that, but if they put it up again, I probably will go for it because whenever I saw them, I was like, oh
yeah,
man, yeah.
Yeah, and in our little chat, like when I got this, I was taking a bunch of pictures of a lot of the cards, not every card, just commenting on a lot of the art.
And I think you went through almost most of them.
I went through a lot of them, but there was a few that I know I didn't show. But like, yeah, I'm really happy to have this. I don't know the first thing about tarot or reading people's fortunes.
I don't think they're gonna work exactly the same way, to be honest. But yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'll learn, and then it could be like a party trick or something. I don't
know. Tarot reading episode when?
Yeah, right. Tarot reading episode. We gotta talk about how bad luck will infest our pathetic souls for all eternity.
You could probably kind of like somewhat flub your way through it or something. I mean, there's a lot left up to interpretation with those anyway.
Yeah.
We can.
I've had like there was one of my friends did like a little tarot reading for me before, and yeah, it's fairly vague. So, well, I mean, it's not incredibly vague, but it's vague enough.
Well, maybe we can use it sometime to predict when the Xenosaga and Xenoblade exports might ever come out. If ever.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh no! You don't want to do that.
Whenever the CMU team makes a console, yeah.
Okay, well, definitely kudos to that team for that project. I'll put. Well, they're no longer accepting orders, but I'll send links to their social media just in case anybody want to keep up with them.
Yeah, especially if they decide to put do a reprint or something. There's always that chance.
Yeah. Okay. Then the last thing I wanted to bring up, and it's not really Xeno, but Monolith Soft did help make it. It is the Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 Remaster collection. It recently came out this week.
Speaking of cards.
Yeah, no kidding.
We needed the segue. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of... Monolith Soft did work with Tricrescendo to make this back in the day. And it's just... The collection has both the first game and Origins, which is a prequel. And they're just fantastic turn-based card RPGs. And they have a sick soundtrack from Motoi Sakuraba. It's just like his best soundtrack ever. But that's because a lot of his soundtracks are Tales games and they're not always the best. But
Well, that and Dark Souls too. I mean,
oh yeah, that's true. I forget about that.
he did that one too, and it's fine. But I mean, I'm sure it's very much your opinion, like your opinion thing. But like a lot of the stuff in Dark Souls 2 is more ambient. So like if you're into that, yeah, it is good. But yeah, this is gonna be like one of those more upbeat, like driving kind of soundtracks, I'm sure, compared to like something like that.
Oh yeah. So, which reminds me, the soundtracks for both games are available on streaming platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, etc. So if you want to try out the music before you play the games, it's there. Yeah, I really enjoyed the games back in the day. Mostly I enjoyed Origins more so because they kind of streamlined some things, and
I really, really like the art for Origins. There's something about, like, I remember seeing, like, back when that game came out on GameCube, I just remember always seeing that box and thinking, man, I should get that, because just it looked really cool, really, really imaginative. But I never got around to it. I was kind of broke, I had to make really smart decisions with my money, and that was one that I looked at multiple times, almost bought, never quite did. And then Origins, I remember coming out, and I was like, wow, like, because I had looked at least at some of the like the 3D cutscenes from the first Baten Kaitos. I was like, people look a little strange to me, but like I really, really like the hand-drawn, like heavily inked kind of look of some of the character art in Origins, especially. But I never got around to playing either of them, so I'm looking forward to getting to play those now.
Neither have I.
Definitely recommend them.
Yeah, I actually really want to get my hands on a copy of that in the very near future.
Same here.
Because, this is a year where they just keep on throwing RPGs at me.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like,
there's so much.
remasters, localizations of Japanese exclusives. Like, goodness, man. Like, how many games do they want me to play this year? How many RPGs am I going to be playing this year? We had Grim Grimoire, we had Trails to Asia, we had the Rhapsody games that just came out, which I'm currently playing and loving, by the way.
And I guess America has not been kind this year for one thing.
I have given them so much money this year, and I haven't even pre-ordered all of their stuff. I skipped on a couple of them.
Yeah. I had to skip a few because
insane.
I just could not.
Yeah, there's that. There's Atelier Marie, and in a couple days of this recording, we've got Nayuta coming out, which I'm really excited for. I really want to play Nayuta. I want to finish Rhapsody too, so I can play Nayuta. And then Capcom had to throw the Battle Network collection at me too. So it's just, man,
and Star Ocean,
so much stuff this year.
Star Ocean Second Story remake's coming out this year.
The demo for that just dropped. So like. And then there's Yakuza coming out soon, and man.
Yeah, and nestled in with all that is Baten Kaitos, which hopefully it does well, but it's got some stiff competition.
Yeah, it definitely does. I do want to get a copy. I absolutely want that for sure. Same. So,
unfortunately, it didn't get a physical release in North America, but
which is insane.
I'm upset.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Especially
with the way they advertised, or not advertised, but like they announced it.
Yeah. I swear, Bandai Namco, it's just like they're flipping a coin as to whether or not like a region's going to get a physical release. It's like Klonoa, how we didn't get that one for some reason.
Yeah.
And then I think the Dot Hack Trilogy Switch port, that the physical for that is exclusive to their store, and I don't think people know about that. So yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. I pre-ordered from Play Asia, so I'm waiting on that. I believe I pre-ordered the Asian copy. Did it get a physical in Europe or?
Yes.
Okay.
It is getting a physical in Europe. So that's why it's just so baffling. It's like, why can't North America get that too?
Yeah, I don't know. It's odd.
I mean, whatever. I'm gonna import it anyways, but
It's ridiculous. Call
Yeah,
on
'cause-
Operation Jizzlefall to get the physicals here.
But I will say, if you don't want to deal with PlayAsia is a good option. But I've noticed that over the last year, Video Games Plus has really been stepping it up. So if you're in North America and you want like an import copy, there's a decent chance Video Games Plus CA actually is going to have stock of that. And if they have stock of that, then that means they can send it to you in North America a lot faster than PlayAsia can. And their prices aren't that bad either. It sounds like we're sponsored, right? And like this is about to be the time where I give you a code to get like a discount on some stuff. But no, we don't have any of that.
But also PlayAsia, hit us up. We will.
PlayAsia, hit us up. We will do it. I mean,
it's not our fault they have the stuff. You know.
Yeah, I have helped play. I have showed PlayAsia in the past. I have done. They have sent me games to review before. So come on, PlayAsia. It's not like I haven't worked with you in the past. We can do this. But like, yeah,
just use code photogenic. No, I'm kidding.
Code photogenic to get 10% off. But yeah, like
Justin's nickname.
Yeah, Video Games Plus .ca. They're a really cool storefront if you're in North America because they get a lot of like those Asian exclusives. They also get a lot of limited run games as well once those actually start shipping out. So they're just in general a really good site to like keep a lookout for. Oh, another reason why you should keep a lookout for them is that they sometimes get reprints of games that are out of stock. In fact, those of you bashing your heads trying to get Torna, Video Games Plus has been getting some new copies of Torna in lately.
Oh yeah, I did remember you posting something about a reprint recently.
As a matter of fact, as of right now, they actually have Torna in stock.
Torna the Garden Country. Oh, I mean the gold.
Limit 2 per customer. So you can actually buy Torna. Oh my goodness, you can even buy the UAE edition of the original Xenoblade on the Wii from them.
Oh wow.
So yeah, they're not a bad site to keep an eye out for. And they had the Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remaster, the Asian version. They have that up for pre-order on their site at the moment. So yeah, definitely like maybe wait a couple days, either pre-order it or wait a couple days for them to actually get their stock in, because I'm pretty sure at the moment it's still pre-order. So when they get their stock in, that means you can just order from them and they ship pretty quickly. So that's an option too if you don't want to deal with shipping from PlayAsia. But that's not to say don't use PlayAsia. PlayAsia is really good. I do use them quite a bit. I like them.
Certain other limited supply.
Yeah, it's just
websites.
I want to give y'all in North America at least. I want to give you guys another option, and that's what VGP is. They're another option. They're based out of Canada, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, that makes sense. Also, I'm on the page for Baten Kaitos, and in the bottom, the physical for Ghost Trick, which is an amazing game. By the way, I need to get that new version, but I just want to say I had not realized this was the box art. I love that the box art for that game is just him with his ass up in the air. It's just Sissel with his ass like, straight up in the air. That is the main box art for Ghost Trick.
Yeah, I think that's what it was for the DS version too.
Was it? I mean, I bought the DS version, and I don't even remember that.
I'm like, yeah, the DS version had the same box art.
I might have to look at. I have not looked at it in years. I don't know if it ever occurred to me that it was just a man in a red suit with his ass sticking up in the air.
Yeah, I can replay Ghost Trick because that's one of those games that
I do too.
I remember I played it. I was very excited to play it because it was like, oh man, it's by some of the people who did Ace Attorney, and I love Ace Attorney. So I got my hands on Ghost Trick, and for some reason, it just didn't vibe with me. But I think I wasn't being fair to it. I do want to give it another chance.
I will say this. I got
Yeah.
super stuck in that game quite a few times. There were some puzzles that I was like, what am I doing wrong? You know, like,
Yeah.
so like it was not it's not always the easiest thing to play, even like, and I like puzzly games that are like, I guess kind of like point and clicky, but there are definitely times that they are definitely some of the games that I am most prone to get stuck on, because you'll be like, oh, this is basically a Rube Goldberg machine. This should make this happen, right? And you click on it, it's like, no, you can't get the rake to fall on the board with the hammer to hit the other thing. You have to find salami in the bathroom and put it on. And it was like, well, who comes up with this shit? This makes no sense. And Ghost Trick can be a little bit that way sometimes. But anyway, that I don't mean to get too derailed. It just like came to mind because I was on the Baten Kaitos page.
No, it's okay. But yeah, please buy the Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 remaster, HD remaster, available now. But yeah, that's unless is there anything else I might be missing? But I think that might be all the Xeno news and Monolith Soft news I can think of right now.
Fuck it, I'm ordering it live. I'm ordering Baten Kaitos right now.
Yo, it's funny. It's very funny, Nick, because I was thinking of doing the same thing.
Do it.
Oh
Let's just do it. Let's just
do it.
Let's just let's just totally like, yeah.
And anybody listening?
Well, peer pressure order it based on like what I'm on this podcast. It's my duty to be ordering this. Right
Where are you
now.
ordering it from? Are you doing VGP or PlayAsia?
I did PlayAsia.
All right.
I did, as in I just hit confirm order and I got the confirmation.
Very nice.
Listeners, you must copy Nick and pre-order
live.
Right now. Do it.
I did it live.
I mean, no. But yeah.
I think that made fairly decent podcast content to order it live while we were talking about it. I mean, I was planning to get it eventually anyway. Money gone today, money gone tomorrow. Yeah. Whatever. Spend it while you have it.
Yeah, I plan on getting it too, so yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, thanks for listening to this episode of XenoChat Gazette, and thank you, Justin and Nick, for joining me tonight. Everybody, have a good night. Play Baten Kaitos.
All right, take care, folks.